Yo, what's good? It's Son, back at it with another video. Today I got some heat for y'all. I'm gonna be reviewing not one, but two Rolls-Royce Spectres. I think that's how you say it. It's like the James Bond thing. Spectre. Yeah, it's two of them now. Alright, so obviously there are a lot of things to compliment this car on, and I could go on and on about that, but I'm gonna limit it to 5. I'm gonna give you my top 5 favorite things about the car, and I'm gonna actually try to come up with 5 things I don't like. I might not be successful. But for starters, top 5 favorite things about the car. So I guess the first thing you'll notice when getting in the car is the suicide doors. For me, I love it. I'm not really, scissor doors are cool, at times unpractical, and obviously those are on more sports cars. For this, I like that it's unique, it's something different, and it separates it from the rest of the cars on the street. So that would be one of my top 5 favorite things about the car. Not my favorite, but one of the top 5 things. The next, number 2, surprise, surprise, the stars. On this one, there's actually stars on the doors and on the roof. That is something different, to have a car that comes with stars from the factory. I know a lot of people like to put stars in their car. To me, it's not the same. Do you? But when it comes from the factory, that is, I mean, come on, bro. That's tough. My third favorite thing about this car would actually be the feel. So it's not hard, even in Mercedes and BMWs, to find something, if you look, that feels cheap. In this car, you cannot. The door panels, the door handles, the leather, the armrest, everything about the car feels expensive and feels premium. It's also very appealing to the eye. But my third favorite thing would just be the quality. So moving on to number 4, my fourth favorite thing about the car is the infotainment system. If you've ever owned a BMW or been inside a BMW, then you would understand that this is basically iDrive on steroids. I love that. I think iDrive is one of the best infotainment systems ever to come out. Just because of how practical it is, it's very easy. Touching screens while driving, I don't care what anybody says, that's not that easy. And it's kind of difficult, or it's just unpractical. To be able to spin this little knob is something you could do mindlessly without even looking, and that's my fourth favorite thing about the car. Very easy to use, easy to access anything you want. Yeah. Adding on to what I was saying about the quality, these are the softest floor mats I've ever felt in my life. Personally, I wouldn't let anybody wear their shoes on it. I wouldn't even have my own shoes on it. But this just goes to the quality. They're called lamb wool, I'm pretty sure. And man, it just really emphasizes how much emphasis, does that even make sense? It really emphasizes how much emphasis they put on quality. I don't even care. This ain't English class. So last but not least, my 5th favorite thing about this car is the design. Everything about this screams presence, screams I am somebody. It separates itself from every other car on the street, from the overall size of it. As you can see, look how long that hood is. It's huge. To the wheels, 23-inch wheels. I mean, my mom had a Tahoe that had 22s, and this is a two-door coupe, technically, with 23s on it. So everything about it is just, I mean, the grille, it demands presence in a low-key way too. It's not a flashy color. I mean, it's black and silver, and that's because me personally, I'm not a flashy person, and this is like making a statement without begging for your attention. Spirit of Ecstasy is calm. If you know, you know. It's just calm and really adds to the presence without screaming for your attention. I feel like a lot of car manufacturers today are doing too much to try to get your attention with humongous grills and things like that. Not calling out Aston Martin, but you know what I mean. and I'm a big BMW fan, so that was not shade to BMW, by the way, with the humongous grills. There's a lot of people who are doing it who aren't getting called out for it. Audi's grills are just as big, so are Mercedes nowadays, but yeah, the cars are doing too much to get your attention when it doesn't take that much. It really just takes perfecting what you already have. And I think the Rolls-Royce did a good job of doing that. I mean, these taillights aren't doing too much, but they're different, they're clear, you see what I mean? It's a subtle statement without making too much. I'm actually not the biggest fan of those, but I don't not like them either. And adding on to that, like the orange interior, bro, that's a statement. I don't know what other car you can get in with an orange interior that's not gonna look corny. Like, it makes a statement. It lets you know this is not your regular car. And here, once again, we got baby blue and black. I mean, with the little song playing, you know what I'm saying? But baby blue and black, what's not to love about that? It's different. You know you're in something different the second you open the door. I would be remiss if I didn't show y'all the infamous, you know what I'm saying, Rolls-Royce umbrella. They famous for this. Paint match the interior. I said paint match. Matches the interior. Tough, man. Tough. So now this is the hard part. 5 things I dislike about this car. I promise y'all, I don't even have a list. I'm literally about to improvise right now. 5 things I don't like about the car. And this one in particular, I wouldn't even count this as a dislike, but it is a hindrance. There's a lot of gloss in piano black. So for me, that wouldn't be a big deal because I'm not gonna be in my own car touching stuff. Like I told y'all about the iDrive, I'm not gonna be touching all over things. But if you're somebody who doesn't mind giving people rides in your Rolls Royce, expect to have fingerprints everywhere. I mean, I probably have a sticker in mine talking about some don't touch, but I don't even know if that could count as a dislike, but it's a Rolls Royce, man. We gotta stretch to come up with things we don't like. For number two dislike about this car, I was blanking. That shows you how amazing the car is. But on this one, I'm not the biggest fan of the wheels. I promise y'all I'm being petty to come up with these because I really can't even think of nothing. But my second one is the wheels. The white one over there, I actually love the wheels on. This one on here, they're not even bad. If I had the car, I probably wouldn't even change them. Or I might. But I feel like those are a little bit better. And I really got to stretch to come up with dislikes in this car, but I guess I really think those would fit better on this one, so that's my second dislike. Dislike number 3, I guess dislike number 3 would be something not physical with the car, but it would just be, it's gonna be a lot of eyes on you owning a Rolls Royce. I'm a person that I like having nice things. I like having something settle that where like people, if you happen to notice it, you be like, dang, that's real nice. But it's not begging for your attention. I said these cars don't really beg for your attention, but the brand name does. Their design doesn't, but the brand name does. So having a Rolls Royce, I feel like everybody's gonna be staring at you. You're not gonna have no privacy. Windows gotta be 5% at that point, because everybody wants to know who's getting out of a Rolls Royce. They probably think it's a celebrity or something like that. So these would definitely bring you a lot of attention, and that's something you have to be aware of if you plan on owning a car. All right, so moving on to dislike number 4, I told y'all I'm gonna have to get real petty to come up with 5. But these cars are fully electric. I understand why they put the charging port right there on the passenger side rear quarter panel, because they want it to still kind of resemble like a gas powered car. But this charging port is humongous, my dog. I mean, geez, that's fat, bro. I don't know. I gotta get petty with it, but look at that. Like that's pretty sizable. That's number 4, man. Yo, real quick, I just wanted to make mention that something I disliked on the other one isn't even a factor on this one. I think I said I disliked the gloss, all the gloss black, because it'll be a fingerprint magnet. I'm not a person who lets a lot of people in my car personally, because I got OCD and I like to keep my stuff clean. But in this one, you won't even have that problem. You got wood trim everywhere where the gloss black was in that one. So one of my dislikes don't even really count for real. This goes to show you how amazing they are though. Also, the same way I just took away a dislike, you see, I gotta adjust this. The same way I took away a dislike, I'm about to add a like. The sound system is so amazing. I'm not gonna lie. That Drake album just came out. I'm really not a fan of that type of lovey-dovey music, and really ain't been too big on Drake lately with all that's been going on. The day it came out, was in here listening. Man, it sounded good in here, dog. I ain't gonna lie. I listened to it in my car on the way to work, and I was not feeling it at all. I think the song called Greedy. I listened to it in here. That is, man, it's making bad songs sound good. Not saying it's a bad song, but it ain't the best. It sounded pretty good in here, bro. I ain't even gonna cap. So this last dislike will probably be the most useful to somebody who's looking to buy the car. I actually just realized, I think it's the visibility. This car has a humpback, if you will, and if you know anything about that, that's not good for the rear view mirror, bro. You can't really see much. Now, that's probably why it got these ginormous, ginormous mirrors on the side to make up for that. But yeah, visibility out the rear view mirror is not the best. So that's gonna be number 5. It was a struggle to get there, but yeah. So last thing, I just want to say, being a person who works at dealerships, being a car guy and an opportunist, I've been in plenty of very, very nice cars. None have gave me such a surreal feeling as these. They honestly don't feel like a car when you get in them. I was just in a S63 AMG the other day, and I hopped in this. Bro, the difference is like, it feels like you're entering another world in these cars. So I will give it that. They definitely feel different, feel premium, and they feel like the best of the best, and that's what you want out of your Rolls Royce, I would assume.